All right, Algebra 2. Remember I told you that factoring is never going to leave us? Well, here it is. We are factoring again. You got to know your factoring, so that's why we have gone over it again and again and again and again. So here we go. We're moving into Lesson 5.4. We are doing rational algebraic expressions. Well, what does that mean? Well, a rational expression is like this. 5a squared plus 4a minus 1 over 5a squared minus 10a minus 15. If you get nothing out of today, you have to get this. Factor first. You have to factor these first. You can't just say, hey, these cancel out. You can't do that at all. And here's why. If I have 2 plus 3 over 2, I know that's equal to 5 over 2. Because of this plus sign, you can't just cancel out those 2's. So whenever there's addition or subtraction, you can't cancel out all the things that you want to cancel out. It looks good, but it does not work. So let's go ahead and factor this together. All right, I actually took the time to factor this. If you don't remember how to factor, please make sure that you go watch one of those videos from 4-5 on. Those are really important to know. In class, we have been working these, like crazy, so you guys should know how to factor. Remember, I can always take out a GCF first. And this is how we get 5, and then it ends up being a minus 3 times a plus 1. All right, we are factored. Now, I did this before teaching this video, so again, if you have to review it, please go to that video to learn how to do that in 4-5 on. All right, because I'm here, and now they're connected with multiplication, that is when you can reduce, like 10 over 15. We know is 2 times 5 over 3 times 5, and you can reduce, and that's where you get 2/3. Same concept. A plus 1 and a plus 1 can cancel out because those are exactly the same. So my answer here is 5a minus 1, and if you write it in parentheses, that's fine, over 5 times a minus 3. And again, if you factor it, or distribute it back through, there's the word I need, that's fine too. But it's best to just leave your answer just like this, 5a minus 1 over 5 times a minus 3. All right, let's move on. They are going to get a little tougher. Remember that this one right here is saying z to the 4th minus 5z cubed plus 6z squared all over 9z minus z cubed, because that said to the negative first. Now, I factored this before I actually taught it, so I know I can pull out a z squared, and then the rest factored to be z minus 2 times z minus 3. On the bottom, I know I can factor out, I think they factored out a negative 1z, which just makes that answer be a negative. Because they wanted to get the same thing, there is a z minus 3 and a z plus 3. Okay, let's just look at that to review a little factoring. Remember that this, if I take out a z, if I take out a negative z, I have negative 9 plus z squared. Well, you guys know that like the back of your hands. You know this is z squared minus 9, which becomes z plus 3, z minus 3. That negative z just shows on the front. All right, we can cancel. Z and z squared could just be z. Ooh, z minus 3 cancels. Very, very nice. So it looks like my answer is negative z, I just combined those two, times z minus 2 all over z plus 3. And I like to just keep them together because that way I could see, hey, what's being multiplied, what's being added. Great, great job. All right, this next section is one thing that you guys forget. So I would tell you to star circle highlight this because you guys forget this like crazy. and then I test on it and you guys have totally forgotten. A rational function. So now we know that rational functions are these fractions with all kinds of factoring inside of it, or where we might have to factor. G is defined by g of x is equal to x plus 4 times x minus 1 over 2x times x plus 3 times x minus 3. The first question is telling us to find the domain. Well, we are going to find the domain in the denominator. Okay, so remember that if anything in the denominator equals 0, it can't. It can't equal 0 because that would be undefined. So I'm going to take these 3 and tell myself, or the answer, that 2x cannot equal 0. So when I solve here, x cannot equal 0. I'm also going to tell myself that x plus 3 cannot equal 0. So x cannot equal negative 3. And x minus 3 cannot equal 0. So x cannot equal positive 3. So in this case, the domain is all real numbers except x cannot equal 0, x cannot equal negative 3, and x cannot equal positive 3. So to find the domain, we look in the denominator. Now, that's going to get a little different because now it's asking us to find the zeros. Remember that zeros are roots or solutions. Okay, they're also called x-intercepts, where this graph will go through the x-intercepts. So let me write those words down because a lot of times you guys get confused. Roots are the same as zeros, which are the same as solutions, and they'll also be the x-intercepts where it crosses the x-axis. So to find the zeros, I'm going to look in the numerator. When I look at the numerator, I am going to know that x plus 4 equals 0 and x minus 1 can equal 0. So when I solve here, the zeros of g of x are negative 4 and positive 1. So the zeros are in the numerator and the denominator is showing us the domain. All right, again, please revisit back to this star circle highlight because you do need to know it. Now we're going to go back to more reducing. Let's look at this one right here. All right, the first thing I want to do is factor, and it looks like I could factor out probably a 2 and an x. So when I take out a 2x, I have 4x minus 3, and I have 4x squared. So let's reduce what we can. 2 and 4, x and x squared. So it looks like my answer is 4x minus 3 all over 2x. All right, moving on. Gotta know how to factor. See all this factoring? The first thing I'm going to do in the top is take out an x, and I have x squared plus 6x plus 9. And in the bottom, hey, I could take out another x, and I have x squared minus 9. Hopefully you see that this on the right side could be factored further. So this is going to be x, and the factors of 9 that add up to be 6 are 3 and 3. I'm actually going to show that 2 times because in case they both have to cancel out. And you should know the difference of 2 squares, x plus 3, x minus 3. And let's talk about everything that can reduce. X's can reduce, x plus 3 can reduce. So my answer is x plus 3 over x minus 3. And again, it's great if you want to show it in the little parentheses. It does help to separate that. All right, I'm going to go over one more to find the domain and the zeros. We're going to start with the domain. So remember the domain is in the denominator. So the domain, remember the domain is the x. What can the x equal? The x can be all real numbers except x cannot equal 0, nor can x not equal, I should put not equals here, a negative 1. Okay, because the denominator shows me right there what x cannot equal. All right, in the top, in the numerator, they're going to give us the zeros. So the first thing I have to do to find the zeros is I have to factor. I can take out an x, and it looks like I have 3x squared minus x minus 2. I'll go ahead and go over this. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. The factors of negative 6 that add up to be negative 1 are negative 3 and positive 2. I'm going to use substitution method because I like that method best. And I'm putting it in, and I'm replacing this negative 1x for a negative 3x and a positive 2x. Anytime I have 4 terms, I cut it in half. It looks like I could take a 3x out, and I have x minus 1. This sign right here is going to come down. It looks like I could take out a positive 2, and I have x minus 1. I'll make that a bracket. So when I combine, I have x, and remember I'm going to combine the outside ones at 3x plus 2 times x minus 1. Whew. So let's talk about the zeros. I know that this 0 right here would be 0. So this graph is going to go through x equals 0. And we're going to look at that in class. Remember, I make this equal to 0, so I take the opposite of 2 and put it over 3. So x is also going to go through negative 2 over 3. And then I know that this is a 0, x is equal to 1. So notice that these zeros, solutions, roots, or x-intercepts are going to go through 0, negative 2/3, and positive 1.